Jovian's kind of uncle reached out and said, "Hey, join us and become part of this network where we all think the same." But also, Nephos also reached out, being like, "Join me and worship me, and we can take over everything."
Yeah, you kind of got a devil
There's a
versus
lot
demon
happening.
conundrum.
And we haven't even left the desert yet.
Yeah. Well, technically, now you have left the desert at long last. You're in a little
Thank you.
pocket dimension created by Norse 75 and his
Yes.
vision of a beautiful paradise. So you're on a beach. There's a coatl floating in the air above you. Nice ocean breeze.
Well, Harmony, I found it really hard not to shoot you right before we came here. To be completely honest. And
Meanwhile-
you too, Nor.
What? What did I do?
What is wrong with you? Worship
Meanwhile-
the giant flame dragon.
Harmony's never
Oh,
seen
well.
the beach before, so she's just rolling around in the sand.
See, with
It's
her, it
state
makes
of our
sense.
lives.
She's kind of, not all there. She doesn't know what a beach is. But you, there is no way, no reason.
We need to figure out what we're doing next. Most of the people in our world are not good.
I think that is a very dramatic thing to say.
We,
I
as
know
I
plenty of
recall,
good people.
I got on that train. Go do some conservation work. Whatever happened to that? We got totally derailed. Forgive the pun.
Jovian's gonna smack Nora across the face for that. Just like,
Nor, what is your Warforged plating made out of?
Well, it's the metal de jour. I guess would it be iron? I guess.
Yeah. So, Jovian snacks your iron skull. Probably hurts Jovian more than it hurts you.
it was worth it.
What did that solve? Why? What is the benefit
Of what?
of smacking the metal man?
Did you hear that pun he made?
That's true. Hold on. And I turn into Alois Blackstone. Oh, right, that is better. Now, I trusted you, Nor, to be the sensible one. You come back and you say you are worshipping Nephos?
Well, at the time, I was in fear of the prophets, and I felt that Nephos, I owed him at some level, and I had someone else in my ear trying to convince me that he was the one to follow.
Oh, I wonder who that could have been.
You say at the time as if it was not 5 minutes ago.
Well, we're in this beautiful place now. I feel completely different.
Okay.
Out of threat, no stress.
Yes. Should we make cocktails in coconuts? I hear that's a thing.
He's gonna run up and grab Vigo's arm while shaking sand out of her sleeves and her pant legs, just being like, "Nor, how long are we gonna be here for? This is amazing."
Well, there are 5 of us, is that correct?
Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. Yep.
We may have a few joining us later, remember?
Right. So if I believe, if I understand the magic correctly, we have 200 divided by 5 days in here if we want, which would make 40 days, I believe, if we want.
So we're
Does,
spending 40
does
days
time
here?
work the same?
Well, my understanding is that we will not age, but the world goes on without us.
Oh, that's great. So there's like 7 different entities trying to destroy the world right now, and here
I don't
we
know
are.
about all of you, but I feel perfectly fine letting literally anybody else deal with this. I was just trying to
Said-
go to a job.
I just want to make it clear because there's a lot of misinformation being spread around here, but Nephos doesn't want to destroy anything. Nephos just wants to unite everybody.
By
All right.
destroying them all.
I guess we are doing this, and I pull my gun at Harmony, and I'm like, you need
Get some
to
elves
cut this
ready.
out. Yeah, no, we don't want to square up here. You need to cut this out.
Hold on.
Break it up.
Vigo. Harmony.
No, I'm not moving my. I'm not.
Harmony. Would you really consider it uniting if anybody who opposes is murdered? Is that
I've
really
seen it in your.
uniting, or is that just murdering all who oppose?
Well, I mean, we're not
No,
murdering
no,
everybody
no.
who opposes.
No, we have had this conversation 1,000 times. She knows. At this point,
Did he not save you guys, even though you guys refused to bend a knee?
He did that.
that was
he saved you.
coincidental.
He came because you gave him information. He would not have been there to save us if it weren't for you telling him that everyone else in there was betraying him. For his plot to
Listen.
destroy the world.
Jovian, you're not telling her anything she doesn't know. She's lying to herself. You can see it in her eyes.
I use thaumaturgy and my eyes are just glittering with stars.
Yeah.
Listen, sometimes you gotta tell someone how it is, even if you know they know, so that they can hear it out loud.
You like the screams of children as they die, a horrid death. Do you like separating families, tearing down cities who oppose? Is that what you like and what you stand for? Yes or
I
no?
mean,
It's an easy decision.
Not gonna lie, that's kind of the norm where I'm from.
Okay. Well. Wow. That can't be the norm here.
That sounds kind of like when... No.
What?
Nothing.
How do you
That
think I got
cannot be the
here?
norm on our plane.
Do you
This
think
is
my
not your
family's
plane.
here? Do
I
you
don't
think
care.
my family's here? No.
This is no, yeah. This isn't your plane. You come here and you think it's fine to turn us into a murderous carnage. And listen, I don't care about most things, but my God, that's not good. I'm not good, but that's evil. So we are going to
Evil.
spend 30 days in here, I'm assuming, or a little bit less.
Do your people not kill each other on the regular? Do your people on your plane not steal from each other on the regular? Do
Harmony,
your people not change the way things are on your planet for the betterment of people to survive?
Harmony does have a point, I must say.
Oh, I'm coming for you next, Nora. You are number 2 on the list of my list of asses to kick if you have one.
Yes, but it's not very useful. But in truth, history is made by the victors. So we have to decide. Shall we join side that we think is good at the moment? We have some serious ethical considerations to make, and I don't know the answer.
Listen, I don't
Or
know.
we could just frolic among where that happens. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just
if
saying,
people
there's a lot more to explore.
I don't know if the people who want to stop all the bad guys are particularly good themselves, but we can cross that bridge when we get to it. But for
We
right
haven't
now,
Listen, the
Okay.
last time I checked, a person who builds an undead army to take down somebody is not the best good person.
Oh, so that's where you draw the line? That's
I
where,
mean, when
that's-
I die, I don't want someone resurrecting my body for their own purposes.
If Nephos could, he would.
Nah, he's never done that before.
Yeah, well,
He usually
hasn't died
burns
before.
those down.
Oh, how respectful. Okay, well, I happen to think that life is chaotic and short, and it usually ends in death and us murdering each other, but it is not our place to end that cycle. It's our privilege to witness it and then go to sleep in peace. Now, I don't think you respect that cycle, and I think that this is very dangerous. I don't have much
Saying I
morals.
should just stand by and watch everything.
Cycle of life, but you don't seem to care much for.
Listen, how about we just go and destroy that thing that they're working on that involves the undead? Stop him from building that undead army, and like we'll see where we go from there.
Why don't we just check out the other side? Just for like 5 minutes. Just like look at one option that isn't evil.
yeah, maybe before we just decide to destroy everything, we can at least, I don't know, hear them out, see what
I'm
they're
quite curious as to what they're doing, so I agree with that.
like. We've clearly heard 2 sides of the story so far. There's a third we gotta listen to. So far, that third option is seeming like the better of the 3, but you know, we can cross that bridge when we get there.
Also, not gonna lie, I'm extremely curious to see what's in that city because, like, the only time I've ever been in a city on this plane of existence was when we were hopping on a train. And I would love to learn about your culture before Nephos unites everybody.
I'm gonna kill her. I don't want to. I like
Here.
you.
Vigo, here, I'll calm you down. I pull out a simple deck of tarot cards, and I flay them out, and I say, pick a card.
Where were you hiding those?
They're just in my pocket. They're normal cards. They're not magic or anything. I just read fortunes sometimes.
I pull a card.
While this is going on, I'm going to whisper to Nor and just be like, do you want to see something funny?
So
yes.
the card.
I'm going to look. Well, I'm going to walk casually behind Jovian as Vigo's pulling cards, and I'm just going to apply a bit of makeup to my face and wink at him and cast friends.
On me?
Yep.
I'm gonna show Vigo the card, and it depicts Vigo murdering Harmony, and I'm gonna say, well, that doesn't help. And then I back into the deck.
All right. What's my saving throw on your bullshit friends?
There is no saving throw.
Let's see. Oh, you just have advantage on charisma checks. You look great, Harmony. Thank you for the card. I knew it. It might happen.
Do what I can to resolve issues. Seems this one cannot be resolved.
No, I won't. I'm not. No, I won't. I won't do that. I won't be killing Harmony. I quite like her. Think we make a good team. But if she starts being too evil, I'm not necessarily going to stop somebody from murdering her.
I'm just going to fall over Jovian with my arm resting on his shoulder and just be like, listen, the last time I hear you keep saying that I'm evil. And it's like, I'm not evil. We just have different ideas on what's going on here and different opinions. And you keep calling me evil for it. You're very close-minded. You should really
Right.
relax. We're on a beach. We're in paradise right now.
The next card shows me killing Harmony.
I turn into Harmony and I go, Nephos is so stupid. I can't believe how stupid that big dumb red lizard is. I know everything. Did you know that? I know everything about this planet I just got to?
Just like look at him and I'm like, you. But you can't replicate the tail.
I'm gonna turn to Harmony. I'm gonna say, now that's funny.
And then I just have Scraps sneak up behind Vigo invisible. I'm gonna roll stealth on that actually with advantage.
Oh.
Jesus.
Well, my passive perception is 13, so you would need to get higher than that.
I got a 21.
Your firebug. Definitely sneaking.
I'm going to have Scraps pants him.
Well, it's your butt that will be showing, so enjoy. I say, oh my god, is that what my butt looks like? I didn't know it was so flat.
So the Coatl,
Listen, clearly you don't match. Listen, you clearly don't match perfectly if it's flat.
the Coatl, who has been flying above you this whole time, slowly floats down. Now, I don't normally intervene directly, but
You have
seems-
twice very quickly. Sorry.
Well, I'm trying to keep you alive as best as I can. Adawar strongly believes that you are destined to save us from both Nephos and Leonte.
Inklu won't shut up if it was like he's a celebrity.
Well, he is
Yeah.
a celebrity.
He's
voice cut out.
not a celebrity.
Oh my god.
He's not a celebrity. He's the perfect ruler.
Is she an accident? Was she supposed to be here with us?
Well, Adawar only mentioned speaking with a changeling, which I believe is you, and a druid, who I believe is you.
Yes, yes.
Said I am
Yeah.
here to assist, not necessarily judge. But child's Nephos is absolutely evil and does not want to unite the world. He would rather burn everyone alive and just take all their stuff.
Oh my god, sis, we've tried so many times. You watched that whole thing, right? Like you saw that we've tried.
I am aware. I have been watching.
Saying this while you're a pantsless.
Oh yeah, no, they're staying down.
I should also mention that while you are in the paradise created by the Rod of Security, no harm can befall any of you.
We can
Wait.
strangle Harmony.
wait.
Nothing
Even from each other?
This
Yeah,
is
what he
correct.
Soon as he says that, I'm going to cast Phantasmal Killer. Phantasmal Force on him.
Yeah. and yep, and there goes bad news.
Oh no.
You have to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, I can do that.
Miss Axolotl, if you could sidebar with me while they're fighting, I believe we can actually get some discussion happening here.
The coatl spirals around and moves closer to Jovian.
Got a synthetic 20.
So, answer me
If you
this.
save on it, never mind.
If Underwear thought that we could save the world, why was Underwear destroyed as we were trying to revive him?
He wasn't destroyed, he was merely transfigured as the curse was broken. He has traveled to the city of St. Respite by the Grand Station to regain his strength.
Okay, so we weren't being protected from him. He just yeeted out of there. Excellent, good to know.
Yeah, also, Harmony, does 19 hit you?
Yeah, it does.
Really good. Really, really good. Yeah. Hold on. Okay.
Welcome, Howard. We have initiated PvP. Oh,
Yeah, fair.
not dealing with that.
Sounds about right.
Now, when we exit this mystical paradise, will we be able to decide where we come back, or do we just show back up in the middle of wherever we left? Because it would be real nice if we could just go to the Grand Station.
Well,
Teleport there or whatever.
Need a wisdom saving throw.
are you
Oh, wisdom saving throw.
aware that there are mirrors of our own reality? For example, the Feywild, Shadowfell, brighter and darker reflections, respectively, of the Prime.
Natural
reality.
20.
You still take 7 psychic damage.
Actually, she doesn't. Because they're in a wonderful, beautiful paradise.
There's no damage. Y'all are just fucking each other up.
Oh my god. I drop my guns. Put my fist up. I'm like,
I just get like a brain freeze, and I'm like, oh. I just look at him and it's like, that's cute. And then I just cast darkness on him,
Was this
so he's just permanently in a shroud of darkness.
Was this in the prophecy?
To be honest, I haven't heard a real prophecy. Adawar just really seems to believe in you.
Oh, so
Oh.
we're not destined to do anything. Underwear just said these guys. That sounds
That is
about
my
right.
understanding. But as
It doesn't sound like this outerwear actually has like a plan. He hasn't really quite thought this through.
as I was saying,
Can we have an audience with Edouard? Can I ask the Codal? If we could have an audience with Edouard?
I do not serve him. I was hauled forth by him through his prayers, but I do not have the power to take him to you, or vice versa. I can't guide you to Saint's Respite, where he rests. Which
That would be helpful.
brings me back to an important point. So when you end this dimension created by the Rod of Security, you will return to where you left, but I may be able to change things slightly so that instead of returning on the Prime reality, you return to a reflection of the place where you left.
Wanna run that by me? What does that mean? What would be different?
What's wrong with the place that we left?
A lot.
I'm glad you two stopped fighting now.
Well, right now Vigo's just shrouded in darkness.
Well, okay. Where did you put the darkness? Because you can't put darkness on a creature.
You can put it on items that they have, though.
It can only be on an object that isn't being held or one that you're holding. If it moves.
Oh, dang. I put it on the gun that you dropped.
I'll get that later.
So,
That's 15 feet of darkness surrounding your gun.
because Ralvotar is a place of potent magical energy, it is affixed to both Shadowfell and the Feywild. Much like the grand stations that serve as dimensional anchors, it is possible that I could help you reach the Feywild reflection.
And will that
you-
in turn help us get to the Grand Station faster?
I don't know if I will be able to follow you, but passing through the Feywild will lead to a Fey crossing, as it's called. A reflection of the Grand Station that should lead directly back to the prime reality.
Sounds like a good plan.
I got 2 questions for you. What's the benefit of going through the Feywild rather than like anywhere else? 1. And 2, could you maybe explain all of this as if we're like 6 years old and have no idea what you're talking about?
Okay, where to begin?
Like that plan.
My understanding is that the Ralvatar of your reality is currently overrun by Nephus's forces. Now, should you choose to align yourselves with Nephos, I will be disappointed. But as I said, I'm here to assist, not judge. Otherwise, Nephos will probably kill you and eat you. Now, he does not exist in the Feywild. So by crossing through the reflection, you can evade his forces entirely.
That sounds like a really good plan. I
that's
like that
nice.
plan.
I like the Feywild sound. I know from what I read, the Feywild's a beautiful but terrifying place. And much adventure to be had.
I should
Let's
warn
do
you,
that.
it is...
How else would the Feywild differ from our world?
Well,
We don't have to
Everything-
watch Harmony get horny for her dragon daddy.
Mostly it, yeah.
everything is brighter
Rose.
and more magnificent, so to speak. The mundane rock in the prime reality may be mirrored as a brilliant crystal.
Oh my god, this dragon or this coatl comes here talking about magic crystal rock and beautiful alternate is she selling us drugs?
You're right. She's completely wrong. We should go back to Nepos.
Nope. I don't care if we're gonna die in the Feywilds. We are not going back to Nepos. Speaking of magical rocks, I'm still a little curious about this, and I pull out my mother's necklace. Now,
Yosh.
last time I pulled this out, lightning rained down on us from above. Any idea why that happened?
If it was lightning, it could have been the work of Adawar calling down a storm. You said that belongs to your mother, that necklace.
Yes.
Before she was taken to Shadowfell, your mother called out for a guardian to save you, keep you safe. Your mother was a very faithful, a very good woman. And perhaps she still looks after you.
I slip $5 to Harmony as I lose the bet.
I miss my mommy.
Sticks her tongue out at you as she pockets the cash.
DM asks, what was the bet?
Oh, it was if the Quaddle being his mom.
Although,
Well, let's do it. But can we take like 2 days here?
of course.
We had 30.
Yeah, but we don't want to waste 30 days. The world goes on.
Although, time does work differently in the Feywild.
That is true. From what I read, you could be there what you think is a month, and it's been a year or 2 minutes.
Exactly.
But nobody goes there. What do you mean, just go to the Feywild? Nobody just goes to the Feywild. That doesn't happen.
Only exceptionally powerful mages, or a slight chosen few. Many people have left. And
Yeah,
she
look it
looks directly at Nor. If you
Or,
something
you
want
know.
to tell us?
There's people that have the abilities to go through portals and rifts. You know, sort of like the Shattering. That's how my people got to your realm.
And from what I learned, the Warforged are from the Feywild. But how to get back there, I don't know.
Well, that's what the axolotl is going to help us with.
What's her name? Is her name Socio? Socia?
Sochiel? Like the chips.
Socio.
Yes, like the chips.
Yep. The
Um,
Quaddle's a bag of chips.
Yeah. All that and that wasn't intentional, but I'll have to see if I can get some advertisement money out of this.
yeah, maybe some like a brand deal. I like that.
No, we need a meme of the bag of chips with just a quote that she has said to us on the meme.
The like little green and blue feathery wings on the bag of chips.
I'm for it.
I'm gonna go build a yurt, a tiny yurt, and I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay.
I'm like, I'll see you all in the Feywild in like a couple days. Until then, literally nobody talked.
He's going to have Scrap stay invisible and just keep prodding him.
Well,
And
first
I'm going
I
to.
wait for the gun to come out of the darkness, and I just okay, grab it.
Jovian is going to stargaze at night.
Harmony's going to splash in the water. Harmony's never touched water before.
And Nor's gonna go into
Well,
the
Harmony
woods.
that wasn't hot. Well, water that wasn't hot.
Nor's gonna go into the woods, find some good carving wood, maybe make some
Bits.
mannequins or dolls or something.
Some poopits.
Nice.
Oh well, this is all very friendly. I can see we're very good friends.
And since this is a paradise dimension, all the wood from the trees, exceptional stuff.
Perfect.
No splinters.
I'm happy. The longer I stay here, the less I want to go back, to be quite honest.
Perfectly clear nights for me to update my star map with.
Oh. Oh.
Scraps has been tasked with basically following Vigo around and just poking him at inopportune moments while invisible.
About the third time it happens, I'm just gonna grab the little runt and go find Harmony. And
You gonna be able to grab him?
Yeah, he's invisible.
so invisibility
No, but is
doesn't
he
make
gonna
you
be able to grab
invincible.
him? Yeah, but that means you have to try to grab him.
Yeah,
With
but
disadvantage.
if it's over 3 days, eventually I'm gonna get something at disadvantage.
He can change forms. He doesn't have to stay an imp.
Vigo, roll athletics with disadvantage.
He has like
Fine.
4 different forms. He could be a rat. He could be
You're right.
a
You're right. No,
raven.
you're right. Your imp is completely impervious to anybody ever doing anything.
Oh, I'm not saying that at all since he's died already.
I'm
At
gonna
least once.
I'm gonna go to sleep. Did we get a long rest since last game?
I think so, because Jovian's got full health.
Yeah.
Well, we leveled up since last game, but I don't think we got a long rest because we came directly here.
Oh yeah, Jovian got one because he fell asleep
Oh,
in
yeah.
a sarcophagus.
Oh.
And I haven't done anything.
Also, for every hour that you're in this paradise dimension, you regain health as if you expended a hit die. So for most of you, you would roll a d8 every hour. Since Vigo's a fighter, he'd roll a d10.
I'm good. I'm Gucci. I just yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so I think the plan is we're just gonna relax here for a day or two, because we don't have to use up the whole time, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, Norican ends the effect at any moment.
So as soon as Xochitl tells us that she can get us to the Feywilds, I think we're gonna probably yeet.
I'll go to Jovian while he's stargazing and lay down next to him.
Hello, my friend Vigo.
Hello. Do you really believe there is something to those shining stars in the sky?
I don't know. All I know is that I feel a lot of power from them. They help me get through the night.
You cannot help but wonder if perhaps we are on the worst one. No?
Well, Vigo, we're not on a star. It's a little silly.
I will shoot you if you continue your sentence.
Scraps is literally laying down next to him, invisible too. He's like, yeah, very silly.
Scraps. Sorry. I seem to have an insect following me.
Oh, don't. I'm sure Harmony has something to do with that. Yeah, I don't know. These stars, they saved me when my whole family was captured. Which, not sure if that was a good thing, but...
How do you know it was the stars that saved you?
I don't have any way to be positive, but... Does anyone have a way to be positive when you can't see what you're dealing with up close?
Okay. I believe my star sign is the brother and sister dancing.
Yeah, that makes sense. That I pegged you as that one.
What does
I'm
that
gonna
mean?
BRB.
That seems rude. That seems a little rude.
What do you mean?
What do you mean you pegged me?
Listen, you got a lot of personalities.
At least I have one.
Excuse me. I
Just
thought you
kidding.
came here
That
to
was
be my
uncalled for.
friend.
Yeah, no, you're right. The meanness, it comes and goes.
Yeah, that's also why I pegged you.
Fair. It is fair. Whatever. Well, if there are gods in the sky, I hope they are watching over us.
I'm
Because
sure
we are
they
fighting like 6 gods.
Yeah.
Or at least they pretend to be.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there are far greater forces at work. And perhaps this is just a game to them. Somewhere out in those stars, perhaps there's even someone controlling everything we say, as if it
Don't
is.
do it. Do not do it. No, we will not incept. There's no inception. Not allowed. Okay, on that note, good night.
Good
Jovian.
night. I go back to scribbling on my star map.
I go to sleep in my yurt. Well, first I look for Nor, but I can't find him.
Way off in the woods.
Yeah.
Whittling.
Mhm.
Making my own, like, reproductions of Warforged.
Actually, do I find? Let me do a little nature check to see if I find Nor. I feel like Vigo's trying to actually understand the people he's.
It's just like the camp scenes in Dragon Age.
DM, I got 13 on survival. Do I find Nor?
Nor, are you trying to hide from the others?
Not really, but I am pretty far off in an isolated area.
That sounds like a lot of effort. Vigo would give up halfway through.
Yeah, I'll say you do hear what sounds like somebody working with wood way off in the distance as you trek into the forest.
My metal friend, is that you?
Why, yes. How are you, Vigo?
Well, I would say I cannot sleep, but
Oh,
does not seem to be relatable for you.
no, at times I wish I could sleep. But my brain is always active at some level. I do this to keep busy. Keeps my brain busy.
What are you making? What are
I'm
these
making
things?
some people call them dolls, some people might call them mannequins. I call them my feeble attempts at creating life. While I whittle these, I contemplate where I came from and who I am. It's been a struggle.
Well, I cannot judge. Organic creatures of flesh do the same. We create things in our image and contemplate where we come from. Just the same.
Yes, I imagine so. It's all. I guess it's the only thing that differs is the creator, is it not?
Yes, I mean, you take a pointy thing to a piece of wood. We do a little humpy dance. A little bit different, but ends with the same.
Sure, I see. Well, I feel that in this quest, I'm somehow getting closer to understanding who I am and my feelings and what's important to me. This has been an interesting, and despite our differences, I consider you all friends in some way.
Yes. Well, I feel very close to you as well because we're both labyrinths.
Yes.
Which weird.
A very difficult thing to contemplate.
There is something in our brain, I think they said.
Yes, and I wonder how much that little tadpole thing differs from a part of any human brain.
Can you see it? I turn my head, like the back of my neck. I say, is it there? Is there a scar that I do not see?
I may be wrong, but I definitely feel a connection. But I wouldn't say it's a matter of seeing. It's more of a internal psychic thing, maybe.
It's like the Santa Claus. Yes.
Sure. Sure, I suppose.
Nope. Okay. I'll leave you to your creepy woods thing in the woods.
Yes, thank you. It appears you need your rest, and that imp is following you around.
Oh, it's just the horse.
I imagine that's quite
Just feel a poke at your butt.
What? What do we do? What do we do with her? You know? What are we supposed to do?
That's a very good question. My commander in the army used to say when another warforged was bugging me, used to say, just ignore it. Just ignore him, but that is exceedingly difficult.
Well, normally I would shoot it and murder it. Very, very brutally. Impossible here. Not a lot of...
Yes. Yes, true enough.
Okay, on that note.
Okay. Thank you
And
for visiting.
Yep. Okay. And I walk out and I go to sleep.
At some point, I'm going to actually find Nor.
Hello, Harmony. How are you?
I'm just like soaking wet, walking through the woods.
I see you've been bathing in the ocean.
It's not scalding hot at all, and it doesn't melt off your flesh.
For now.
Yes.
So, and then I'm just gonna as I'm walking over to look down next to her, I'm just gonna use prestidigitation and just hand wave over myself, and I'm just completely dry from head to toe. And then I just shake my head, and it goes back up into its form. The hair.
Wow. That is impressive.
Listen, before I was taken from my family, my mother always said that you have to keep yourself presentable at all times.
It's quite a skill you have. I'm impressed.
I am quite skilled, on the contrary to what people like to believe.
I see.
So
How are you
speaking of
enjoying-
skills, what is that you're doing?
Well, it's a thing I do to occupy my mind while I'm contemplating the deep questions of this world. I'm making little miniature... Right now I'm making little miniature versions of Warforged as, I don't know, effigies or totems or something, just to sort of represent how I was created.
You're saying you could make little ones of Nephos and give those out to people?
I could, yes, I certainly could.
Wait, but
In fact, I will start on one now, and I will present it to you when I'm finished.
You said that you like to contemplate, right?
Yes, I have questions about my origins and who I am now and what it all means. I imagine it would bore someone like you.
How do you practice this contemplation? I've always been told my entire life just not to think and just do.
Well, that's probably a good way of living. And I don't, to be honest, have to do much. It just sort of happens. These are things that have been on my mind since I've had my freedom from war. I've had time to sort of think about the larger questions. I can't say that I'm any closer, but alas, it is my lot in life.
This is what you do with your life? You sit in the woods and you just carve little idols and think about life?
I do. For quite some time after I left my service, I just wanted the isolation of the forest, time to myself. But I think you all came around right at the right time.
Well,
I needed to get back into the world, and you all have helped me.
and we introduced you to Nephos.
That's it. That is quite a being, I'll tell you. I don't know what
So-
to make of her.
One-on-one, as two people who love and adore Nephos. And have never, ever, ever called me evil or called Nephos evil. How do you feel about this?
Well, I have mixed emotions about it. I know that Nephos means a lot to you, and I do know that he saved us back there, whether his motives were true or not. But I'm starting to question, based on what Vigo says and Jovian, that maybe he's not the best one to be following. I mean, maybe there are better futures without Nephos. I don't know. What do you think now? Have you considered how you feel?
I mean, let me put it this way. The only people we've come across so far is someone who wants to put us all into a network. And
Yes.
then the person who took me from my family and raised me.
Right. And I can understand that those bonds are strong. Believe me, I do. I can only imagine. But I think now we're at a crossroads, all of us. There are very powerful factions in our world that at some point people are going to have to take sides, I imagine.
So, as somebody who lives isolated in the woods,
Yes.
and you've thought of this place as a paradise, do places like this actually exist on your plane of existence?
Oh, that's a good question. I chose the beach because I had heard you all mention it, and I tried my best to approximate what I think you all might have wanted, so I don't really know. These woods are familiar to me, but the beach and the vast ocean, I don't know.
I'm just gonna
from my imagination, I don't know.
I'm just gonna fall backwards and starfish on the ground, looking up at the canopy of trees, and just be like, well, when Nephos takes over, I hope that he keeps places like this.
I agree. I am 100% with you. And he did mention that we would be his lieutenants. I don't know what that all entails. Do you believe him? Do you trust him?
I mean, he's had many lieutenants before in the past. I don't know where they go to. He sends them on missions, and then I just never saw them again.
Ooh, that doesn't sound great.
But that wouldn't happen to us.
True, it might not.
I'm just looking at the Grand's face right now. Just...
Perhaps we want to investigate what else is out there, Harmony. This might be difficult, but perhaps...
To be honest, I just really want to go stop that plan for the necromancer thing, because, like, ew, dead people. And
Right.
2, that's what Nephos wants. And 3, I've never been to a bustling city, and it would be really nice to see one.
I agree. I think it would be quite an adventure for our new group of friends, so... I'm on board.
Yes, and I've heard that there are places where you can walk inside and buy things, and it won't be creepy little kobolds that are just walking around and accusing you of stealing all day.
Ah, yes, that unfortunate creature. That was not a very good experience. First experience for commerce for you.
And then I just, like, disguise myself as that little merchant kobold and then just like replicate his voice mocking him.
Oh, creepy, and I laugh a little bit. That's funny.
And just like that, I'm knocked out asleep.
Very nice, very nice. So I start to carve my little Mephos effigy or whatever.
Do you make dragon mythos?
I would like
or
to. I would like to sneak up to Harmony while she's sleeping with a stealth of 24.
Did I
Do I
roll to
wake
see if
her up?
Scraps sees him? Scraps is following him.
Try.
Sure.
You gotta see higher than 24 with your perception.
Let's see. Is he capable of that? He is not capable of that. Never
Well, roll-
mind.
He might get a natural 20.
Yeah, but I highly doubt that. Where did my die that I was using go?
You might get a nat one.
Not the 16.
I pull out my anime gun, my pepper box, and I just shoot Harmony point blank in the forehead. And it's like enormously loud, rings throughout the entire island as night falls. And then I'm just cackling and laughing. And I'm going,
I think you get advantage on that.
Jovian's gonna hear
Not gonna hurt
this
you.
from where
But-
he's watching the stars. He's just gonna be like,
but it is the it's the ensnaring bullet, so the vines like wrap around your head. So it's-
Hit me with that, because she might respond to this.
okay. It was more for the noise. Let me see.
Oh, that's what will make her respond.
I just wanted to.
Yeah, you gotta fire your
Fine.
gun, and it's just an air horn.
22.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, that hits.
I'll do this at like 7 in the morning to wake her up.
So I just have vines wrapped around my face.
Yeah, and then I book it.
I just like jump up right away, like
Your
ripping at
movement
the
speed is-
vines.
Your movement speed is 10 feet.
And I just like start ripping off the vines, just yelling, just being like, if this is what the plants are like on this plane of existence, maybe Nepo should get rid of them. They're very violent. And then I just Eldritch Blast a tree.
I feel better. I feel like I got my revenge for being kept up all night by that horrible rat. Should we leave? Is it time to leave?
Yeah, so
we gotta wait till Sochiel tells us that we can get to the Feywilds.
Oh my god, will somebody send a message to her?
Oh, she can do it whenever.
Oh,
That she's had the day to prepare.
Oh. Well,
I think we're ready.
Jovian's gonna be like, "Hey yo, Sochiel." Wait, do we know her name?
Yeah, she's told it to at least 2 of you.
guacamole! Guacamole!
So the feathered
Oh
serpent
my God.
flies down from the sky, appears before you.
Scoops up some salsa. Sorry, that's my last one.
Yes, how might I help you?
We are ready to go.
Okay.
We're ready.
Oh, before we leave, Dan, have I ever seen any drawings or paintings, or do I know the look of any creatures that would be associated or found in the Feywilds that I could turn into?
Roll history, nature, or arcana.
All right, I can do that.
What is it with you and Australian accents?
They're just silly, aren't they?
While he's checking this, I'm going to be walking over to Jovian, but really paranoid and careful where I'm stepping.
You said, what did you say I can? History what?
History, nature, or arcana?
Oh,
Worried
think
about
they're all the
something,
same.
Harmony?
I got a 19 for a 22.
Okay. For which skill?
Arcana.
Arcana. So the Feywild is obviously the home of the Fey. So all sorts of fairies, elf-like creatures, tree creatures, hags.
What about oh my god, why can't I think of the name of them? The tree looking creatures with this, you know what I'm talking about?
Grants?
Groot.
Oh, dryads.
Dryads? They're humanoid.
So,
Do I know what a dryad? Could look like a Groot, essentially.
Do you shift into
I
one?
am Groot.
Can I?
You
Can I
can
look like a tree person?
Yeah, you can shift into an approximation. You won't get any of its abilities.
No. I just want to look like one.
Okay.
Okay.
As you do that, the Coatl looks at you, looks at Nor, looks at you again. Well, that was unexpected.
Yes, quite.
What?
I've approached
What was
Jovian,
unexpected?
and I'm just going to poke Jovian, and just
Yes.
looking around as if someone's listening.
Something worrying you, Harmony?
I'm just going to turn towards him with this paranoid look on my face, and just be like, "You're a druid, right?
Yes.
You know about plants.
Yes, I do.
Are there places like this on your plane of existence?"
Oh, you should see where I'm from. It is a gorgeous forest.
Can the plants attack you when you're sleeping?
Depends on the plant.
Because a plant wrapped around my face in the this morning.
See, this place I don't think has dangerous plants. That was probably, if I had to wager a guess, not a plant that attacked you.
What would it be then?
Eat.
The water?
I
The
look at
water
Har-
didn't attack me all night.
I look at Harmony and go, it was me.
Well, there's your answer. Turns out a plant did attack you.
Ha 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 ha.
Coatl shakes her
I'm going
head.
to just
That's very
I'm going to
disrespectful.
just like turn my head with the most displeased look on my face and then point a finger at him and cast message and just be like, "Watch where you sleep, tree man. Watch where you sleep."
Your fire cannot burn me, small demon lady.
Wait till we leave here. Just wait till we leave here. I may not be able to knock you unconscious here, but I definitely can anywhere else.
Oh boy.
Anyway, I hold on to the weird lizard dragon thing.
All right, I have the staff, and I'm shaking it again.
Okay.
Ready?
The Coatl looks at Vigo confused. Why are you holding me?
What?
Why are you holding me? Wait,
This
what
is
did
the
you say
rod
you were
of
grabbing
secur-
onto? Vigo?
The rod of security.
Oh, I was holding on to the Coatl. Thought we were riding her into the sunset.
No, she's
No,
just
the-
making it so the rod of security
Oh.
takes us.
I am sorry for the weird hug.
Okay, you
I thought you were going to fly.
No, that's not how this.
This is weird. I feel really awkward now.
Anyway, Nor, when you're ready.
Oof.
So I-
Jeez.
There's a magic word, right?
Yes. So to get here, you say sanctuary. To go home,
Yeah.
you say home.
All right. Feywild home.
And as you wave the staff, the Coatl flies up into the air, spiraling around you. The sky turns a shimmering blue, green, and purple, and then you're transported. And how about we take our 5-minute break now? Before things
Sounds
get
good.
really weird.
Oh boy.
Okay, Wild is one of my favorite settings in D&D. So
I know, I meant to pick out a decent soundtrack for it, but
you
I
could
love
now.
the Feywild, but not when I get 8 years of my life taken away.
Oops. Harmony this close to getting all her years taken away.
Soon as we end up there, I just knock you out right away, just like I told you. She's like waiting with a baseball bat.
Alright, see you in 5 minutes.
see you in a bit. Alright, chat. I hope you enjoyed our beach episode. I know you're all hoping to hear Island of the Sun by Weezer. My connections to them are a bit dicey. Might be able to get the verb pipe next time, but let's see. How much acid trip music can I get for free? Nope.
For a second, when I heard the beat starting on this, I thought it was like the Pokemon Go music, and I started getting really, really confused.
It just reminds me of I saw a thread of D&D horror stories, where one DM had the players walk through a portal and like Bulbasaur was there, and he was like, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kanto." Surprise! I got sponsored by Game Freak.
You know that there's a D&D like 5e Pokemon like rule set, right?
Yes, there is. I did not know about that.
I think it came out recently. Someone made an entire like rules for if you want to play a Pokemon trainer in D&D, and like how to run a Pokemon campaign. And one of the classes is like, oh, you're a Pokemon trainer, but you don't use the Pokemon to fight for you. Like, you're straight up just punching Pokemon. Like,
I like how Tequila, you just presented Darren with the perfect opportunity to convince Harmony to stop following Naphos, and Nor was just like, I don't know, he's aight.
is the only one at this point that can convince Harmony.
I've got that. Me and Joshua were texting about it. We were like, what the fuck?
Well, Nor.
Basically, I was hoping Nor would explain what self-reflection is so that she can reflect.
Well, Nor was trying to ask questions to get Harmony to think for herself.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna be
he planted the seeds, but maybe not.
Because of what you said about reflection, you didn't tell her how to reflect, but you gave
Right.
enough information. I'm going to be rolling on whether or not she's actually reflecting on like the whole scenario.
That sounds good.
But her coming to this paradise definitely helped. a little bit, realizing that this stuff can actually exist. But then Vigo attacking her in the middle of the night and making her think that it was the rest of the world attacking her. That kind of took that away from her.
That was bad.
So now she just thinks that your idea of a paradise is like an island with plants that attack you when you're sleeping. And she's like, this is what's normal on their plane of existence.
Hey, he's a warforged, not a live in peace and quiet forged. Sometimes you gotta wrestle some plants.
Hold on. Joshua needs toilet paper. I'll be right back.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that on Twitch. Hey, can we get some toilet paper emotes in the chat?
I'm really excited because after session today, I'm making brownies and edible cookie dough.
Wow. It's gonna be a consolation when we get the 12-party kill. You'll have something to comfort you.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey.
Yeah, Dan, I don't know if you heard me saying I switched to my iPod and like the connection is so much better. Ugh.
So Justin,
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
So did you ever think about how you would declare that you're going for toilet paper on Twitch? For your first time?
Nope.
Also, how big
We
is
have
your
a bidet.
men of culture? I see. Darren, is that an iPod or iPad?
It's actually it's an iPod. It's smaller than the current iPhones, but it's big enough that I can lean it against my laptop face and see everybody.
Damn, the future is now. I remember having a tiny iPod Shuffle back in the day.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is basically a small iPhone that just doesn't have cell phone capability. It does everything else.
See, I couldn't afford an iPod Shuffle or an iPod Touch or any of those. So I had a fancy thing called Zune.
No Zune.
I like the range of technology we have going on here. We have iPod, standard laptop, webcam, and then me with a DSLR camera.
Listen, I ain't hooking up any of my cameras that are like photography grade cameras to this thing. Because I don't want any of y'all seeing how I do not prepare to be on camera every single week.
That's what Snap camera is for.
I should invest in that. If I'm gonna be a real e-boy. Oh, I forgot to mention, since you guys spent the night in a paradise and also had that nice role-playing scene, you all start the day with one die of inspiration.
Ah,
Oh yay!
So at any
Vigo
point,
came and had a heart-to-heart with all of us.
yeah,
Who knew the guy hardly talked? Let's see.
And he technically did have a heart-to-heart with Harmony. His heart just wanted her dead.
We also talked about, Josh, while you're gone, about how me talking to Nor would have been the perfect opportunity for me to be able to reflect on everything.
You've given Nor 2 separate opportunities, and both of the times he's like, I don't know, maybe evil isn't so bad. It's like,
He wants Harmony to learn for herself.
He's not gonna. That's so. Why? What here is eluding you to think that's gonna happen?
So what I said was that Nor gave her enough to work off of that I'm going to be rolling to see if she reflects at all.
Meanwhile, Xochitl, the Coatl, is flying back to Adawar, and she's like, "These people you've chosen, they're idiots. Why don't you just fly over there and save the world yourself?" And he's like, "No,
The Lord of the
they
Rings
must
scenario.
decide to be heroes themselves."
The Lord of the Rings scenario. Why are you sending these stupid halflings that can barely survive among this travel that are most likely going to die to bring this ring to the volcano when you can literally fly it over yourself?
Well, yeah, there's a million conversations about that. Like the ring wraiths and the wyverns would have caught up to the eagles and killed them. The hobbits are capable of hiding it better. I think they hide its energy.
Yeah, that was the argument, I think.
Yeah, they were like the least corrupted peoples in Middle Earth because they were just so simple.
Yeah.
And had the benefit of being able to resist the ring's influence.
Yeah,
Compared to-
and something about their innocent nature, like shielded Sauron from seeing it unless they put it on.
Yeah. Compared to like
Yeah.
Boromir.
I had a bit of a fight like last week. I was playing with a different game, and I had Bernie Sanders essentially as a Gandalf type wizard in the game.
Yes.
Because the campaign is like Jeff Bezos as the big bad evil guy. He's a dragon named Bezos, and Bernie Sanders is the Gandalf wizard that goes with you. And then you find out they all have these rings with a little apple on them. They're like MacBook ring almost. They're like the rings of power. And I gave Bernie Sanders one of the rings, and my friend got so mad. And I'm like, Gandalf had a ring of power.
Gonna
Oh,
tweet
he was
real
so mad.
quick. Fantasy Bernie Sanders is a class traitor. I must unstan.
Joshua, the cats are like fucking your slipper up.
I mean, thanks for doing something about it.
I can't stand up. Did he just throw a toy at you? Oh, Bob, your short shorts are so
Probably
cute.
change the name of the stream now that we're not on the beach anymore.
You know, one of my favorite things that I've seen lately was a D&D YouTube channel, and they did one as if Bernie Sanders played D&D. And the entire time that they were trying to convince, like, oh, we're gonna go and kill these guys, Bernie Sanders was like, wait a second, no, and like was doing like the percentage speech, but about like how everything's getting divvied out and being like, he was like, you guards, how much do you get paid? Like, and the whole entire quest just became them gaining followers to help and like take down the big guy to divvy out all of the gold and riches to everybody equally so that everyone could survive. And then it just flashes to like Joe Biden sitting across the table and he goes, yeah, I support this too.
So as soon as we get into the Feywild, I want to change my general tree type to fit in with the tree type that's around me. Like if it's cherry trees or black maple or whatever.
So you don't see any trees just yet. Now, once the big flash of light dissipates, you see that you're once again in that laboratory in Ralvatar. But like the Coatl said, it's very clearly a reflection, like a mirror-verse version of it. So instead of being carved out of stone, you have these opalescent crystals that the cave seems to be made out of. All those weird experiments that Prophet had, they're all gone. Replaced with like strange bioluminescent plants. What else?
These are definitely some stranger things I'm seeing around here.
Yeah.
They're also
Say, it would be so funny if you said, "Oh, I changed to whatever trees are around me," and you are literally the only tree thing around us.
Oh, whoops.
so they're also like little wax candles floating around. Glowing with like a cool light. The only thing that seems to be unchanged from the Prime laboratory is that black crystal orb with a crystal dragon wrapped around it that you saw. And instead of a stone pedestal, it's sort of grasped by a gnarled plant growing into the center of the chamber.
You think
the
we should-
plant?
Should we touch it?
I think we should maybe ignore everything in here and go to the Grand Station as fast as possible.
You said that it was a strange plant, right?
Yeah.
Harmony is staying away from it. Um,
I will.
and is going to nudge Vigo towards it and be like, "It's your cousin. Touch it."
I am Vigo.
Shut up.
Every game, Joshua tries to get Disney to copyright strike.
Yeah. I look it up and down, and try to investigate it and give it a little. I'll give it a little poke.
Okay. As you touch it, all of a sudden...
Well, I'll investigate it before I touch it. Before I touch it, I want to investigate it.
Okay.
But now you've already said as I touch it, so now I'm already worried.
Okay, go ahead and roll investigation.
13.
13?
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely looks like there's something magical. Like there's a dark swirling mist inside the crystal orb.
Don't touch. Scary, swirly magic.
Jovian touches it.
Jovian touches it.
Jovian touches it.
Okay. As soon as you place your hand on it, you get like a flash of darkness, and you see a massive black dragon flying towards you. And then you're pulled back to reality.
Did you die?
I might have died.
What did you see?
What'd you see?
So, a black dragon was flying at me. That was, pretty scary.
A black dragon. Like the
That's impossible
skeleton.
because he's dead.
He's dead.
Well, clearly it was some weird vision. Doesn't have to be alive for me to see a
Could
weird
be the
vision of him.
past. Interesting. Is there, say, to the group, maybe there is Feywild's car. Well,
Maybe we could go check. We could check if a reflection of our car is here.
I want plant car.
Everyone roll perception.
Perception, I remember where we parked the damn thing.
Jen. Oh, that's pretty good.
19.
I also got a 19.
24. I was guarding it, so I remember.
Okay.
The 10.
So, Vigo, Jovian, and Nor, you don't see a car in the mirror laboratory. But as you're looking around at all the strange curios, you notice that there are eyeballs hidden throughout the room, and all of them are turning to face you.
Step on one.
You
Say
all
we leave this room right now. Let's go.
We are being watched.
Everybody, follow me. Follow me
Um,
right this second.
Can I roll an Arcana check on the eyes?
Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't hear you if you said something.
Oh, I said go ahead.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, Dan, if you don't talk loud enough, you clip out so it doesn't pick it up.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay. So this isn't a very common type of magic. But since you're not a common type of person, you are aware of uh, sort of magical effects that can really only be replicated in other planes of existence. So these eyes are essentially watchers for whoever lives here. Basically, ye old security cameras.
And with that, I'm going to have Scraps touch the crystal thing, and I'm going to cast Identify.
Okay. Oh, the crystal? The dragon crystal?
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, where do I have it?
Jovian's gonna pop his head back in the door and be like, y'all just gonna wait for them to look at you? Or like...
Already looking at us.
I crouch down to it and look its eye in the eye as best I can and go, "Who are you? Show your face."
Vigo, they are magic eyeballs, not magic ears.
Someone looking.
What do
are
I
you?
learn
Show
about this
face.
crystal?
Yeah, how does Identify work?
following
exactly?
Jovian.
It's what?
How does Identify work exactly?
So what Identify says is I choose one object that must be touched, but since I'm using a familiar, I can use touch spells through it. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it. Or if I touch a creature throughout the casting, I learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Okay. So, this is a very strange and very powerful item. Definitely not a common one, or one that you could find, or that is very widespread. One might call it an artifact, even. So there's the soul of a dragon inside this crystal. Attuning to it will give you resistance to damage of the dragon's type, as well as the ability to cast... Where did I put it?
Not the
Oh, yeah.
eyeball. The orb.
Yes.
It's not the eye.
They're
I'm not dealing with any more eyes.
Yeah. There are not... there's not a dragon soul in any of the eyeballs. So it has 7 charges and regains 1d4 plus 3 charges daily at dawn. If you control the orb, you can expend 1 or more charges to cast one of the following spells: Daylight, Death Ward, Scrying, or Cure Wounds at 5th level. You can also cast Detect Magic without expending any charges.
Is this a real magic item? Like,
Oh, yeah.
or
This is in the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Yeah.
I'm
know
going
this.
to pick it up. What's the name of this?
It is the Orb of Dragonkind. And it gives you, on top of those other abilities, the ability to call dragons to you if you are attuned to it. First things first, make a general charisma check as you try to take it.
Just a regular charisma or charisma saving?
Just regular charisma.
That's going to be a 19.
Okay. So this crystal is like bowling ball size,
Okay.
but as you pick it up, it's surprisingly light. Like it weighs nothing at all.
Okay.
Why are you picking up strange orb?
I look at him and I'm just like, it's a magic item. It's very, very powerful. And we might need it. It can help us.
What does it do?
It summons dragons, and it can also do a bunch of other really cool stuff.
Do they have to obey?
Let
If
me
you
actually
summon
look it up
them.
myself.
See,
I
you
don't
can
know if
use
it actually summons.
you can use your action to issue a telepathic call that extends in all directions for 40 miles. Dragons in range feel compelled to come to the orb as soon as possible by the most direct route. Once you use this property, you can't use it again for 1 hour.
Relay that
have a-
information to him, but
You
in
have
a
a
more
dragon
harmonic way.
whistle.
Basically, it calls them to us. So, I mean, if we ever want to get a hold of a dragon and talk to them, I guess we can.
Well, I'm glad we finally have a whistle for your pet master.
Listen, he's not 100% a dragon. I've already said this. He just likes looking like a dragon. Mm.
Okay, that seems kind of weird, but I can relate.
Listen, when was the last time someone looked at a dragon and went, I'm not scared?
I think I did when he showed up.
To be
He's
fair, when
fine.
you saw him, he wasn't in dragon form.
He just looked like angry, flaming dad.
So,
We should go.
Well, anyways, I'm going to hold on to this, and I'm going to put it in my handy haversack. I'm probably going to try to attune to it when we have time.
okay.
But I was like, anyways, the walls and the floor are really giving me the creeps, so we should probably try leaving here for right now.
Yes. So there are the same doors. Well, I guess there are two ways out. There are the doors that you saw in the laboratory, the one that was guarded by the hobgoblins, that leads to the main temple. And there's also a staircase leading up on the other side of the chamber.
Is that door that was sealed with traps around it there? The
Not
one
in
that had the
this.
runes that were trapped? Not in this
That
world?
was in the entrance.
Yeah. Oh. I want to go to that room that the mimic was in. I want to see if there's a mimic in this room too.
Okay. As you go to open the door, it opens for you. And you see an elderly, slightly elven-looking woman, her hair tied up into a bun, half-moon spectacles resting on a long, crooked nose, on the other side. Oh, well, hello there. Have you come to visit old Granny? Oh, it's been so long since I've had visitors. Oh, and you're just in time for tea. How
He's going
fortuitous.
to eat us.
Insight check of can she see me, or is she just hearing that somebody comes in? Because she told me that she's Granny, so I don't know if she thinks that I'm like related to her or what.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going in there too.
5.
Jovian's gonna assume that when she says granny, she means actual granny, and immediately feel comforted.
I'm assuming that it's like a Majora's Mask deal where the old lady thinks that I'm her actual like grandkid. So I disguise myself as like a younger elf.
Oh, look at you.
I was
What
gonna say,
marvelous
Grandma.
magic you possess. Tell me, wherever did you learn it?
I just kind of picked it up. It's really weird, right?
Why do you live in creepy lab of dead soul of black dragon?
Oh, and this is my friend Woody. I forgot to tell you about this, Grandma.
I am Vigo.
She adjusts her glasses. Oh my, what are you? Oh, it's been a
I
while,
shift into
hasn't
her.
it?
Oh my. Oh yes, I'm very curious, yes.
Hmm, very curious. Two
What?
magicians. Oh, she says, oh yes, very curious. Two magicians. Oh, you know, my
I turn
sisters
into
are very powerful mages. Or
What's your
they were.
What's your sister's name again then?
Oh, well, there's Phoebe who lives at the other tower, and then, well, Prudence is no longer with us, I'm afraid.
Wait, do I know who these are?
No,
No, no, we do
They don't
not know.
they don't ring any bell at all? Okay.
no.
Well, they all sound rather boring, Cecil dear. I'm sorry.
Well, that's not very nice to say about my. Well,
I'm just
I'm
be
just
like,
joking. I got too
Granny.
into character. I don't mean it by it. I'm very sorry for your loss.
I'm just gonna be like,
Knave.
Granny, tell me the story about the other tower.
Oh, the other tower. Well, it's much nicer than this one from an aesthetic point of view. It's a bit less magical, though. Phoebe's holding
half
out
of what he
hope
said.
that Outerwar's magic will seep into the Feywild at some points, but it's been a century or so, and she's still waiting. I'm in
Maybe
the.
explain it to us like we're 6 years old.
Oh,
It's gonna
well,
be Vigo's catchphrase.
Yeah.
I believe it was 300 years ago that a crystal mountain emerged from the earth with a lovely fountain at the peak. The work of a dragon in the prime reality, I'm told. Just
What
as.
color was it?
Oh, was it silver? Was it blue?
Oh, it's underwear. Hi, everyone, it's underwear. She's talking about underwear.
Said that already.
Oh, this stuff. What?
She
Well,
did
why would
say
you
him by
say
name.
dragon when you'd already said his name? Now I feel stupid.
Yeah.
Granny, could you be so kind as to point us in the direction of the Grand Station or whatever mirror exists in this plane?
Station, you say? Oh, the tree, of course, the grand tree. Yes, yes, everyone's always in such a hurry, but you will stay for tea, won't you? Oh,
So
it's
I'd
been
love some
so
tea.
long
I
since
love
I've had.
tea. Tea is so fun.
Oh, speaking of tea, Joshua, your tea is ready up here.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, wonderful. Perfect timing. Very well. Come, follow
We
Granny.
have time for tea. We're kind of in a rush.
Oh,
End of the world
baloney.
sort of deal.
Ah, yes.
Hold on, there must be one here.
What do you say?
Oh,
I need to get one of those.
it wasn't right.
I understand. Every so often a great change happens in our lives, and it does feel like it's the end rather than a transition. Old Votar thought he was summoning the apocalypse, and yet life went on. When the shattering happened, we thought it was the end, and here I am, as
Ma'am.
lively as ever.
Ma'am, are you evil?
Why would you ask such a thing?
Harmony's just going to look at him like with the look of absurdity because the fact that he just keeps calling everyone evil whenever he meets someone.
But it's a good question. Are you evil?
Wait, what's your birthday exactly? Time and place and
Oh, my birthday. It's been so long.
I can't. You're cutting out. Can't hear you.
Oh, well, it was the night of February 27th. Year. Oh, what was the year? Ah, yes, year indigo, of course.
Your audio is just cutting in and out. Maybe, do you have noise suppression on? If you do, turn it
Oh,
off.
you know, I believe I do. Let me.
I don't know what it's just thinking that you are background noise.
Wow, that's lame.
It's not me.
Yeah, Discord's reading you for filth right now. You're nothing but background noise to
Wow. All right, I've turned it off.
Don't listen to Jovian and his spells. Even all those stars and the crazy. We don't believe in stuff anymore, do we? We're all salt of the earth ladies, aren't we?
I told you that in confidence last night. I thought we were having a real good friendship moment.
Remember what I had for breakfast?
It's just like you.
Go on, finish. What year were you born?
Oh, yes, that was February 37th, year indigo 93.
February 27, 1993.
No, that was February 37th.
Well, there's no astrology that we can associate, so let's just see.
I'm gonna.
The Pisces. She's a Pisces.
The joke is that's not a date that Jovian can assign anything to.
Oh,
You're in the Feywilds. Nothing makes sense here.
well, I still say the old bitch is a Pisces. Where's that tea?
Oh, yes. Follow me, follow me. And she
Vigo,
leads.
we have
Well,
better things to be doing right
yeah.
now.
All due respect, we probably should be going.
Okay. But do you have any cool magic items? Everybody has one but me.
Oh, well, I can certainly make you one. What would you like, dearie?
Well, all I really do is shoot things really good.
Mhm.
I say it as an old lady with two guns around her hip.
Yeah, what the fuck? You got two magical items right there. If
Yes,
anyone-
well, that's kind of the only thing I do.
a magical item.
And they're not magic. I put the spell on the bullet.
She
magic bullets.
she squints at your guns. Oh.
Eh?
Well, I have no idea what those are.
Here, hold one. Here.
Don't give her a gun.
Squeeze right there. Point it at the wall. Point it at the wall.
As
and
he gives
squeeze.
her a gun, I'm going to use thaumaturgy so that she hears like choir, like
It's a lot of
like,
fun. See that rock over there? Point it, and give it a good squeeze.
She shakes. Her hands
Oh, hold on.
trembles.
I do the same, but I like hold it up. There you go. Give it a go.
Oh, you're too kind. You're too kind. And then she shoots and like nails the target.
Oh, good God, Granny.
Oh, that's quite loud, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's a lot of fun. Get the old chicken moving. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Oh,
she was gonna
Sure,
get
I
hit with the
could.
blowback, and she was gonna go flying.
well, that's why I was holding her.
She doesn't. In fact, as you
Just see
hold,
two old ladies holding a gun together.
Vigo, what's your strength score?
Oh, no. Oh, no. -1.
-1. Yes. As you hold her to help her out, you get the sense that she's a lot stronger than you are.
Oh, Granny, your biceps.
Oh,
Oh, my. Wow. You punch things a lot. You benching?
no, I'm not a very violent person. It's all these stairs in the temple gives me quite the workout.
I'm
Insight
going
check.
to.
Insight check.
I'm gonna shake my thumb at at Nor and shoot message while I'm shaking my thumb over. I'm just laughing, and I'm just gonna like say telepathically to him, just. I think we need to get out. I have an orb from upstairs.
Yeah. I'm gonna start inching toward the doorway.
Why did the music just turn to
Same.
this?
Oh, is this my fight mix?
uh,
No.
I don't like this music with the Granny. Suddenly feels very volatile energy.
Did you roll
music.
insight?
14.
14? So,
Tell me all secrets.
yeah, you're not quite sure what's going on with her, but she lives in what Sochiel described as a magical tether in a plane of existence famous for extremely potent magic. So even though she seems frail, her strength is probably magical. Or enhanced by
Okay,
magic.
seems fine. Can I have that magic item and we can be good Cecil? Your name's Cecil, right?
Oh, Hollycombs, Granny Hollycombs. Oh,
Cecil Honeycombs. Good name, good name.
Dan, she told me where the other temples were, right?
Yeah, so the other one is basically the Temple of Adawar.
Yeah, they're in the same place.
We're in the same spots.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're basically in the Eternal Valley, just weirder.
Okay.
Now, I don't mean to be rude, darling, but I do require a tiny fee in exchange for my services.
It's gonna be your soul. It's gonna be your soul.
What is... hold on, I turn into Alois. Alright, Granny, what's your fee? Get this through. I want to go and do this thing that I don't want to do.
Is this how Vigo becomes a Hexblade warlock and has a patron that's an archfey?
Well, what do you have to offer?
Not a lot. I am but a fair man of the seas and trains. I am a pirate by day, a spy and investigator by night, and I shoot things really well. Put a little bit of magic in it. Don't carry much on me. Got about 200 gold, and that one with the horns, you can literally just have her.
I have horns. I don't look like her. I look like a young elf.
Oh, the elf-looking one that's not an elf. I'm sure you can see that she's not an elf.
That is a generous offer. You know,
I'm still inching towards the door to leave.
things really haven't been the same since Prudence left us. It would be nice to have a third sister once again.
What happened to Prudence exactly?
Well, during the shattering, she was lost to the empty marches.
Okay.
Lost? Maybe we could look for her when this is all over.
Vigo, come here
that
real
would be
quick.
wonderful.
Come here.
Oh, hold on. I'll do it.
Vigo, come here real
Yeah.
quick. I just
Hold on.
want
Vigo.
to say something to
1 second.
that we need to leave now before she does something bad.
Just give me a second. 1 second.
What
I say to her, I'll find your weird sister and give me something really good. And then we gotta go really quick.
Oh, I already have the tea made. Let's discuss business over tea, shall we?
Are you guys sure you don't want tea? She seems very nice.
Vigo,
You're
we have something to do.
new to the Feywild, yes?
Stealth.
You've never
Can I
had
roll a stealth check to
Feywild
leave
tea?
the room?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh. Can anybody detect poison?
Wait.
It's a 17.
17.
Yeah.
Let me just check her stats.
What are you doing to her?
It worries me that she has stats. It really worries me that she has stats.
Yeah, she's obviously like a Baba Yaga or like an Archfey. Like, but I just want her to give me a magic item.
You're good. She doesn't seem to notice.
Okay.
And
I
she
love
is
that.
leading you through like these crystal halls, which seem vaguely familiar because they mirror the ones you've already passed through. So when you get to that chamber with these skeletons, instead of like tombs, you have like rows of flowers, like little potted plants. There is a
Wait,
chest in the
We're
center of the
walking with
room.
her?
Have you guys
Or
started
you
to
leave?
follow? What?
I'm confused. We were following her?
Were you? Or were you just standing around talking?
I thought we were talking to her, like, next to her cottage or some bullshit.
Oh no, you're
And I sneaked
Yes.
into the next room.
yeah, you were in the laboratory, like in the doorway of the lab.
How did
Harmony
she get
is
tea started?
magic. It's upstairs.
Oh. Okay.
Harmony, you're sneaking forward, so I'm just gonna tell you what awaits. No dragon skeleton down below. Just empty crystal caverns. No skeletons, you just got potted flowers. Still a chest.
Still a chest.
Still a chest.
Ooh.
Just wanted a magic item that Tequila wouldn't steal first.
Listen, y'all just wanted to ignore it and run away from the one upstairs.
Touch.
I'm not going to touch the chest, but instead I'm going to try to like. Are there any areas that are like darker than others in there? Like, is there any like shadowy sides or anything?
Yeah, if you go into the chamber that had the skeleton in the prime reality, uh, it's definitely like a deep, dark tunnel the further back you go.
Well, just because I want to try to like hide. I guess in the room that has the chest, I want to hide because that's the next room over, correct? From where where I just came from.
So the layout is you would go down the hallway, down the stairs, into the skeleton, into the dragon crypt. Though the dragon skeleton isn't there, and then you would go into the room with the
Okay.
chest. That's definitely a real chest.
Okay, so I would say once I'm out of the room, I would and out of her eyesight, I would message into the room, and at Nor, I would do it separately. Nor and Jovian, and just each of them just being like, "We need to go. We need to go. I have an orb from upstairs. We need to go. That lady is going to kill us."
I know. I'm messaging back. I'm gonna say, I know. I'm trying to get Vigo to stop talking to her so we can get out of here.
I'll just message back and just be like, "Screw Vigo. Vigo has tried to get us killed multiple times. Let him lay his deathbed. Let's just
you're one to
go."
talk. Oh my god.
You can't hear this.
I know.
We can't leave our
This is
friend,
like-
but I'm ready to go myself.
This is how we get more followers for Nephos.
I'm gonna call the lady. I'm gonna like walk up to her and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, I have something that I'd like you to look at. Maybe you can And I reach into my bag and I pull out the orb of time, and I hand it to her.
Oh. That's a very powerful magical item you have. Take good care of it, sweetie.
Damn, I thought that would get her. Thought that would distract her. I put it back in my bag.
He checks that for to steal off your body later.
Well, I was hoping that she would just start uncontrollably saying the time and we could run.
Oh, all right. Well, I think we're leaving. I'm sorry, we can't stay for tea. I will go look for your sister if you want. We can do an IOU if you got something on you. Cool magic item. Yes, no? Last chance? Swappy?
I was going to cook you up a nice cart to take you to the Grand Tree, but I understand if you're in a rush.
You're going to make us a vehicle.
Well, you wouldn't want to walk all the way there. It's 3 days journey.
Oh, just weird question. How would you feel like there was some cool things upstairs? If I happened to take one, would you be offended by it?
Oh, most of that is useless old junk I've had
Inside
laying around. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, well, I got a nat 20. But my
Okay.
insight is +3, so 23.
23. So you get the sense that she is completely willing to let you walk out of here with anything you may have stolen. However, anything you may have taken might have come at a cost.
I look to the rest of the group. Okay, we're fine. We are fine. She's going to make us a car. Look who was correct. It's me. Hold on, let me do a small dance. Yes, I was correct.
I'm gonna shoot a message in the room, Vigo, and I'm gonna say, "There's a chest down here."
Oh, what's in the weird? What's in that chest you have? Is there anything bad in there?
Oh, that's just my sweet little pet.
I respond to the message. It's gonna bite you. There actually no. I say, oh, there's a magic items in there. Just things that she says are you're free to have. Glamorous things, but it'll only work for you, Harmony.
I'm not touching it, and I don't trust Vigo either, regardless. I learned my lesson at the other place. I was just trying to get Vigo to touch it.
Vigo's been very trustworthy.
Absolutely not.
Action.
You shot me in my sleep.
As payback for tormenting me all night, you big baby.
You literally described shooting me point blank in the face while sleeping.
with vines, not a bullet. It's
Well, shall we get
It's
to that?
traumatic.
We can discuss.
Excuse me,
all the
but
ways I
how
can
long?
help.
I don't mean to be rude, but how long will it take you to build this vehicle for us?
No, not long at all. I just need the proper ingredients.
How long would it take us to walk to the great tree?
Oh, about 3 days, give or take a few years.
Feywild. Wow.
And can we help you get these ingredients?
Oh, I'll just use what I have laying around.
Are we considered things that you have laying around?
You.
I like this old broad. I think we should have tea with her.
Vigo, if you get us killed,
I'm allowed one, okay? Everybody in this party is, your uncle tries to kill us. I'm sure Nora's got one coming somewhere.
my uncle saved me. He's just forced to
Yeah,
carry out the
It
orders.
was such
of
a
an
great
evil
train ride that we had, honestly. And no, I get one. This is my one, my ticket. I've been very good.
Well, okay.
Fine. But I'm waiting outside.
I
I'm
will sit
currently
patiently.
hiding
with-
in the room with the chest.
Okay. So she gestures at you, or the people in the room, to follow her as she leads you essentially to the upper floor that had the puzzle that Nora and Jovian did not figure out.
I'm going to be outside. I'm gonna take the exit to the outside and wait on the steps because I am having no part of this.
Okay. Jovian, it looks pretty familiar. You get a huge whiff of acid, though.
Huge.
So,
Can I actually
Does
look?
Jovian pass by the room that I was in?
yeah, they would all have to.
So when everyone else passes by but Jovian comes by, I want to scare him.
Okay.
I
Hey.
want to sneak up right behind him and then grab him. And pull him into the shadows.
I feel like I should have immunity against being scared by Harmony.
Snatching you into the darkness. That's what I'm doing.
It's okay. I'm sure I made Harmony pee a little.
Oh, you little rascal.
And I'm gonna have Scraps assist me with that. Do I have to roll a strength check or something to grab him?
Yeah, make a grapple check, so athletics.
Do I have to counter with anything?
Okay.
Yeah, you can either use athletics to force her away, or acrobatics to, wiggle out of her grasp.
Oh great, the two things I have that are +0. And I rolled an 8.
– 19.
God damn it.
Alright.
So as you guys are walking by, I just snatch you and pull you into the darkness with me.
I'm gonna try and shout.
Alright, you shout. What do you shout?
I'm gonna say, "See, I told you guys she's evil," and as I'm being pulled away.
So Granny Hollycombs smiles at Harmony. Your sense of mischief is right at home in the Feywild. It's a shame you
Give him
have
a
to
little
leave.
scare, you know. Unfortunately, this isn't our home, but just trying to have fun while we're here.
So she leads you upstairs, and Jovian's outside. Nor, if you remember from last time, that room was pretty barren except for the mural. There's no mural here, but it basically looks like your old granny's little cottage. There's like a dining table, a little furnace with a kettle on top, flowers, knickknacks.
I'm gonna check underneath to see if it's on foundation or chicken feed.
I'm going to walk with her, by the way, and join them because the fact that she approved of my mischievous activity, I like her now, so I'm going to be walking with them.
Oh, you! Wow.
I've got my hands behind me, and I'm just like skipping along behind Vigo.
Fine.
So
See, she appreciates our chaotic energy, which we are both quite good at, I think.
This is a very homey place.
Jovian, if you remember, in the main reality, this temple was located in the moorlands, which is like a very acidic lowland. That acidic smell is way stronger here, but no bones, like in the other place. The plant life isn't dead. Definitely like weird, twisty, gnarly, strange plants and shrubs all around, but a bit livelier than the total wasteland. Also, where you would have seen rock formations and mountains all around, you see more opalescent crystals just all around.
Pretty.
And this,
I think.
and the sky looks sort of like sunrise, sort of like sunset. Obviously, the sun is in the wrong place, but it's, pink and purple.
All right. Jovian is gonna take a moment to appreciate the beautiful sight, and then he's gonna try and go. He's gonna look in the area where the car was parked in Prime Plane or whatever it's called.
Okay. You go and you look. All you see is a little white rabbit. The rabbit looks at you and brays like a donkey and honks off, or hops off.
I'm gonna keep that in my arsenal for creatures I can turn into. Goodbye. And then I'm just gonna go back to the steps and sit down.
All right.
Yeah, so I wanted to really quickly, in passing, investigate this house. Does it look off? Does it look weird? Does it look like it belongs here?
Oh, it absolutely looks off. Because it's basically that temple that was carved into a hill, but a weirder, like a funhouse mirror reflection of it.
Joshua, do you think it's a cottage?
Yeah, didn't you say it was a house?
Well, she called it a house.
It's the same temple we were in the regular world, except she just lives here in its reflection.
Oh, I thought that he said it was very homey and it was very like.
Oh yeah, it's homey on the inside.
Well, this room, yeah, that we're in.
Basically,
Oh.
all the dead bodies and stuff have been replaced with flowers in this version of the world.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna sit down somewhere.
She snaps her fingers, and the furnace, there's like an open stove that flares up. The teapot gives off a lovely whistle, like a whistling songbird. And then she snaps her fingers, and the flame disappears. And she picks it up and summons 3 cups to the table. Oh, I'm sorry, dear. And she looks at Nor. Do you drink?
None for me, thank you, but I will enjoy your company.
Oh, so sweet. And she...
Do you think she's going to make us work in a bathhouse?
I don't think that this is that witch in Spirited Away. I think this is their sister,
Certainly one of them.
the one that lives in a cottage.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for when No Face appears.
Hey, do you remember the name of that witch?
It's not Yubaba. It's Yubaba.
Yeah, but what was her
It's
sister's
the one that
name?
runs the bathhouse.
Yeah, Yubaba
Um,
runs the bathhouse.
She
Yeah.
preferred to be called Granny.
Yeah.
She had a name though too.
Well, that's why you called it Zeniba.
Zaniba. Yeah.
Zeniba. Is that the witch's name?
No, it's Granny Hollycombs.
Oh. But yeah, I
She
was
likes being called Granny.
Yeah, call me
She likes
Granny.
being called Granny.
Yeah.
That's I'm not the evil one. That's my sister.
Harmony, do you want to make some friendship bracelets? I'd love a friendship bracelet.
So she plucks
I
some
just
leaves.
look at you for your patronizing attitude.
I was considered.
She plucks some leaves from a plant and sprinkles them. They seem to magically shred as she sprinkles them into each of the cups. She adds the hot water and then makes a swirling motion with her finger, and the leaves instantly steep into the water.
All right.
Careful, it's a bit hot.
I'll do a small prayer to no god in particular, and sip it.
I'm waiting for him to sip it.
Vigo, make a Constitution saving throw.
He becomes a magic item that's sentient. He wanted a magic item so badly. He is one now.
So I rolled a 16 plus 3, so 19.
Okay. You get a huge burst of energy. Like, this
Wow!
is...
Is this a yerba mate? Wow.
I don't know if your character has ever had tea, but this is the strongest tea you've ever tasted.
Guys, I could run a 10K right now. Wow. What energy. Shall we sing a song?
So, for the next... I'm re-rolling that. 10 hours. You have advantage on athletics, acrobatics, and intelligence checks.
Athletics, acrobatics, and intelligence. Okay.
As you are
I'm not going to remember that.
invigorated by this Feywild's tea.
Nice.
Athletics, acrobatics, and intelligence?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, cool. I say, oh, this tea is very good. It's your heart really pumping.
It's family recipe. We've had
Should-
millennia to perfect it.
You have? Can I have it? Can I have like a little leaflet of it, like a little rolly bag? Take some to go.
Oh, well, you see, the magic is in, well, the magic.
Okay. All right. Fine.
Which reminds me, you offered this one in exchange for your magic item. And she points
Oh,
at
I
Harmony.
was being a
Said,
it was
Listen.
joking. She's a friend. I mean, well, she does like worship Nymphos, which is problematic. Oh, you don't like that? I don't either.
I don't
But
worship
she's-
Nephos.
She's coming around.
I don't worship Nephos. Nephos is a friend.
He's- Well, I'm not here to... Well, drink up, dearie. So, what...
I'm going to just like, I'm just gonna like hold it up and be like, but then I'm gonna do like a quick like toss over the shoulder. Can I do a sleight of hand check for that or something
go ahead.
like that and pretend to drink it?
I can't. I'm not actually going to give you a friend of mine, even if I do find her a little irritating when she wakes me up all night with her horrible flaming rat.
It's
Though I did.
a 22.
22? Oh, yeah. You're good.
It's like,
But we can do a favor. We can do a favor. After we have to save the world first. What do you think, Nora? Harmony? A favor? That's not much to do, is it?
Sure.
I mean, I'm always down for new experiences.
Yeah,
I would do it for the vehicle, to be honest.
Kind of why we need it. We need the vehicle
Well,
and a little something extra for it. Go.
she looks past Harmony at the handy haversack. Oh. I don't mind giving a vehicle. I have dozens lying around. And she...
You have a garage?
Not quite.
Must be hell to store them in this humid weather.
She stands up and goes over to a counter, a little table with like spiky dragon fruits growing from a little tree. And she plucks one and flips it over. They literally do grow on trees.
Oh my god. Please do what I think you're doing. Please, I need to see it.
She summons a knife, seemingly from thin air, and chops off
Okay.
the top of the fruit.
Does she chop it off like Fruit Ninja, just like that, or like that guy with the sword and the watermelon? Like,
Yep.
Very clean.
Almost just like, even though she was shaking earlier, it's like one swift motion.
Granny,
then-
you are terrifying.
Little charmer. And then she flicks the knife, which transforms into a spoon before your eyes. And she scoops it into the fruit. Mm. Once we take it outside, I can make it grow. and then you can be on your way.
Okay.
Nor's just
Um,
like, the eyes are like, what?
I turn into a very small elven boy, and look up with
No.
big puppy dog eyes and go, Granny, can I please have a super cool magic item? I really like a really cool, super cool magic item just for Vigo. Just for me.
Oh, of course you can have one, but as I said, you know I do have bills to pay. The silly court is always...
Oh yeah, Con
Collecting.
Edison's just the worst in the Feywild.
You must tell me, though, how you're not crafting illusions like this one. How do you change your shape?
Apparently I'm a science experiment.
Oh,
Huh? I got like a weird thing in the back of my brain. Looks like a squid. Eats your memories. Can you get it out, by the way?
oh. Perhaps I can.
You are very vague. Give me something to work with here.
She turns back to the table with all the plants, and she starts flipping through, or like investigating different like little leaves. Would you like me to do it now?
No. He is really involved and is like looking like, yeah.
Oh boy, put me on the spot. Wowee. Wait, could I just have the magic? No, do it.
Okay. She
I
summons...
turn into my natural Vigo form. This is what Vigo look like. Please remove weird squid from brain.
Jovian's gonna walk in. Jovian's gonna walk back in at this point to check if
Are you
everyone.
getting brain surgery? Where were you?
You said it's in the back of your head.
Wait a second. Nor's saying, wait. Vigo, think about this.
Huh?
Are you sure you want to do this?
No,
Hey,
I have
I hold
been
out
looking
I hold
for a
out my
way to know
hand.
who I am for 100 years. She knows. She can do
I hold
it.
out
She
my
can
hand.
remove.
But won't it
And I
like,
use prestidigitation to make an image of what the tadpole thing looks like, because we saw one in the
Oh,
laboratory.
I have one in a jar. I pull it up.
Oh, what a...
These in
As
these
soon as you pull up the
Ingoing.
jar, I just like point my finger at it. I'm like, yeah, that.
in brain.
You don't
You
have
go
won't
to
it
no
do
make
once
you
in brain.
crazy? Or...
what is happening right now?
She's going to open my brain.
Jovian, she's gonna remove Vigo's tadpole thing.
What did I miss while I was outside? By the way, our vehicle is not out there where we left it.
We know she's making one out of fruit.
She's making a fruit one.
You're a fruit.
Well, that seems a bit, pot calling kettle black.
That's quite
What?
presumptuous.
What kind of fruit is she making it out of?
Dragon.
Dragon fruit?
Oh,
Yeah, you're in
I
a
guess
dragon
that makes
temple.
sense. Yeah, I get it.
So
Are
she
you-
heats up, she boils the water again, and this time she takes a different leaf, a bluish purple one, and she does the same thing.
Oh.
She crumples it up, pours the water in, gives it a swirl. Drink this, dearie.
What will happen? What will happen? Why? What will it do?
Oh, it will
It's the
soothe you.
anesthesia.
Otherwise, well, this could hurt a bit.
Oh dear. Alright. I will drink then.
Right.
She just gave you anesthesia.
A very strong chamomile tea. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Um 12.
12. Your head slams down on the table, and you're out cold.
Well, she killed him.
Yeah. Nor stands up quickly and goes over to check.
Make a medicine check, Nor.
Okay.
Is he
Can
breathing?
I assist him with that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to give you advantage on it by assisting you.
Okay. I got a 16 and then plus the advantage, which is what?
Advantage just means you get to roll again and take the higher of the two.
Oh, right. Advantages. Thank you.
I have half proficiency in medicine, so
Yeah, looks like it's 16.
Okay, yeah, looks like he's still alive.
Okay.
Oh, you do raise a good point. Snapper, bring in the medicine. And after a moment, a strange half man, half crow creature hops into the room carrying a little basket. And it opens its beak, and in Granny's voice, it says, "Medicine." And
I have a friend that can do that too. And then I just like tongue pop, and Scraps appears as a raven, and I speak through its voice, just being like, "Hey, Granny."
the crow creature looks at you sadly. And Granny explains, this is Napper. You're making him a bit jealous. You see, he doesn't have any wings. Unlike your little friend.
And then I make Scraps turn into a rat. And then I put him back in my hair.
The crow creature opens its beak and squeaks like a mouse.
Ooh, I love him. I've never met someone like him before.
For those of you who don't know out of character, this is a kenku.
I love Kenku.
It's a bird-like creature that can only speak by mimicking sounds it's heard.
When BB, the cat that goes inside BB in our game, the speech curse that's on it is you can only talk like a Kenku.
And everything else just comes out as meows.
Yeah.
Think of it this way, Harmony could have been a Kenku.
A lot of people don't let Kenkus in their games because they just ruin games.
And that's why right now we just have this one minion.
I don't blame you.
See, here's the thing. Oh no, I'm not conscious right now. I don't
Yeah.
see the Kenku.
Yep. I've landed. So Granny picks up the spoon, puts her hands together, gives it a flick, and then pulls her hands away. She has a scissor and a scalpel. Okay. Now, should this go poorly, don't worry. We have the medicine that'll bring your friends right back.
Roll an insight on that.
Yeah, go ahead.
14.
14. Oh, actually, let me take a look at your spell list, because you might actually recognize what's happening here. Basically, you surmise that this is, or the so-called medicine, are spell components that she would use to heal Vigo in case the surgery goes poorly.
Okay.
And let me take a look at what spells you have, if you actually have the same spell.
So that's good. If she just messes up, we're just gonna have a Lenny on our team.
Can
Tell me about
Nor
the
wants to
rabbits,
ask.
George.
Nor wants to ask. Can the thing? Do you think you could put the thing back in if things don't go well?
Eh,
Jovian at this point is going to be like, if it does go well,
Oh yeah.
would you accept the thing that you take out as the payment for the car?
well, I do love a good trinket. Yes, that would be a very nice deal. And
Yeah, apparently being used for evil things right now. Bet you could study that.
well, I always like to discover more magic. And now she's going to roll a medicine check to not stab Vigo in the brain. Let
She have
me-
my inspiration die.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her guidance.
Okay. What is it? Guidance is a D4?
Yes,
Does that steady your hand?
add a d4 to an ability check.
This time, Harmony's not gonna be helping because she just wants to see what happens.
So rude.
So as she starts cutting and like prying, blood splurts up into the air. And she's like, oh, not to worry, not to worry. And she raises a hand and the blood just lowers back inside Vigo. Now,
The bleeding is internal now.
yes.
That's always better.
Vigo's leg just kind of twitches.
Huh.
Nora's
Yes.
worried.
Yes, I see it. I see that device you showed me.
The time orb?
The tadpole.
The tadpole thing.
Ah,
It's here. It's on the table.
Yes, I believe I've found it. Oh, they're
time orb gonna
pretty
help.
deep.
I'm gonna pull it out and I'm gonna flatline.
Nice. Well, and she flicks the scalpel and it turns into tweezers or tongs almost. Like a little metal claw type thing. And she
I
looks
swore if you said a spoon.
she looks at the Kenko and she says, everything's there, right? The Kenku looks into the basket and then looks back at Granny. Everything's there, right? Alright. Medicine. Oh, that's a good roll. And she plucks what looks like almost a leech with like little pincers and tentacles that might have been wrapping around out from the back of Vigo's head. Vigo, you've been asleep. And now you find yourself waking up in your bed. Your luxurious bedroom in Raven's Peak.
This is Like music for this guy.
Am I in control of myself?
You are.
Do I know where I know where I am? It's familiar to me.
This is your home, the Manor Raven's Peak in Galenia.
You think Galenia like not there anymore, or is that the where we were going?
Galenia has had quite the history. It was there, and then it wasn't, and then Naphos took it over. Then your father, Lazarus Strathmore, banished Naphos and restored or rebuilt the Dimensional Anchor, the Grand Station.
Oh, good. Oh God. Oh God. Oh no. I look at myself and am I still white? Am I still like a changeling?
Nope. You look a lot like that human version of yourself that you saw, or that picture that you had. Or I guess you can't see yourself, but that's what you would look like.
I immediately search the room and see if I can find out if I'm dreaming, what's going on, when I am, and where I am.
Okay.
And then I'll try and slap myself to wake myself up.
You do find a pretty nifty looking gun on display on a table. Very fancy, very ornate, cutting edge technology. What would it be? Roll investigation.
Three, so it's a synthetic 20.
Oh. Also, I need to pull up that timeline I wrote out.
Lazarus Strathmore is the billionaire, isn't he?
Yes. The famed necromancer who, if Prophet is to be believed, is the one who created these tadpoles.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like I'm in the past, right? I'm in the past.
Oh, yeah. The
Okay.
exact year. Let's see. 150. Shattered Era. And now here's when things get shaky. As you try to piece together where you are and why you are, when you are, you think of your name as Maurice Strathmore. But deep down, you know that's not true. You're Vigo. Vigo. Roll a percentile dice.
My nice big metal one. I finally get to use it. Ah. That's a 53.
53. And all you can think is how all your life others have judged you for every little thing, and that's not fair. Joshua, you just rolled on the indefinite madness table.
Okay. That's fair. I did that to you like 15 times so far in our game, so.
Say that's payback.
And as you really focus on who you are, you feel overwhelming resentment towards the man who moments ago you thought was your father. A man who judged you to no end, so much that he tried to change who you were.
Thought was. I found out he wasn't.
Was he?
This Vigo.
Are you Vigo
Maurice?
Or are you
No.
Maurice?
I don't know. It's my daughter Belle.
No.
Every time with the Disney.
You have no daughter, which is... you probably should get on that, since you are expected to produce an heir to Strathmore Industries at some point.
So Maurice is questioning whether Lazarus is actually his father.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm dreaming. I'm dreaming. This isn't. It's oh god.
Alright.
I go and I grab the giant ornate gun.
Uh-huh.
First, I'll run downstairs and try and find Lazarus, and if I see him, I'm going to shoot him.
Alright.
If not, then I'm going to knock myself out.
So, you step out of your room. It's pitch black. Late at night. But you know this manor pretty well. It's this very spooky, old-fashioned looking gothic necromancer lair. Make a perception check.
Show me the results when I roll it on. 22.
22. So, out of the corner of your eye, you see someone sneaking up on you. The glint of a metal arm, of course, gives him away.
Lazarus?
No. You see...
Is it Nor?
You see a very scarred-looking elf with a metal arm and a blade sticking out of his wrist, moving at you.
Oh, it's Jovian's
It is
uncle.
Jovian's uncle.
Shoot that man in the face.
Alright, roll initiative.
Oh, for fuck's sake. No, come on. I'm not
It's been good knowing you.
18 for initiative.
18? Okay. Roll to attack.
Is this gun like a pepper box?
It is... What do you have? It's the
I have
smaller
pepper
one
box.
that you have.
Ooh, I'm guessing an 11 doesn't hit, but I get 2 attacks per action. So a 19 on the second one.
Okay. Yeah, 19 should hit. Anything else?
And it's 11 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then, because I of the new feat of my class, or the new I can do a quick cantrip. If I use a ranged spell attack as my action, I can use my bonus action to cast a cantrip.
Okay.
Let me just see what cantrips I have. And it's gonna be a firebolt for me, Chief.
All right.
17 to hit. 2d10
17
for
hits.
4 for 14. Or sorry, 4, not 14. For 4 fire damage.
Okay. That's 15 altogether?
I think so.
All right. So you hit him pretty good. And then he goes to finish the attack that you interrupted. That definitely doesn't hit. What?
Well, I don't know what my armor class is as a human.
You're not wearing armor. So it's basically...
So it's probably like 10.
Yeah, 10 plus your dexterity.
Oh,
So
10
14.
plus my dex, which is 4, so 14.
Yeah. So 8 doesn't hit. 18 does. Make a Constitution saving throw.
17.
17? Okay. So as the blade comes into you, you feel a burning sensation. You take 9 piercing damage and 30 poison damage.
Okay. Alright. There we go. That sucked. Let me ask you, am I able to enchant my bullets as this human form from the past, or is that something I have learned in the 100 years after? Or am I shooting lead right now? Both of them. I think it would make more sense for me just to have lead at this point.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, it's just lead.
Okay. My turn
You
again.
need your tools.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a nat 1 and my gun breaks. Ah, shit. All right, you dumb elf. Come and get it.
He smirks at you. And he brandishes his arm blade. Looks like your dad saved the best toys for me.
But I am going to use my bonus action to let's see. Oh, sorry, I did a I'm going to do it to cast message. Is my father in this building? Well, whether I know he is or not, I'm going to send message. And I'm going to say, Father, I will find you again. And I will kill you. And then I'm like, best toys are for you, I guess.
So he moves to stab you. And then a raven flies into the hallway.
Ah, yeah.
And then wild
Love
shifts into an elven woman who looks a lot like Sai now that you look at her. And she says, "Enough, Sai. This poor child doesn't even know what was stolen from him."
Come again. Can we? I was doing something really badass and self-sacrificial. Could you clarify that?
The man you think is your father has stolen you. just as he
From-
stole my brother. And we shall make him pay.
Stole.
And
Stole
you
me.
shall help. And she
Oh.
waves her hand in front of your face, and all goes black. And you slowly regain your senses in Granny's kitchen as she finishes sewing up your wounds.
Look at my hand. Am I human? Or am I still a changeling?
You're still a changeling.
Good morning, Vigo. I hope you don't
Vigo!
mind, but I promised Granny the thing she took out of your head as payment for the vehicle.
You at Harmony and at Jovian.
Vigo! Wait, we're your friends!
What
I'm
the
Wow.
gonna lean towards Jovian with my hands up and just be like, "See, I told you, he's been evil the entire time."
Shut up.
Wait, Vigo. How are you feeling?
Oh. And learned why I changed my name. It was gay as hell. You,
Wait,
your mother did this to me.
What did my mother do to you?
I don't know, but she was real moody, like Amy Lee looking lady, like really cool. Really great for you. Awesome. I see where the genetics come from. But how dare you?
I had nothing
going
to do
to-
with that.
I'm going to cast message on Vigo and just be like, "This is your conscience. Put the guns down." But it's gonna be like really echoey and sound like Vigo. This is Vigo conscience. Put guns down.
I had everything. I was the son of an industry. And maybe wasn't perfect.
My mother did not tell me anything about that, so
I
can't-
cast a minor illusion cantrip and basically show like a tiny little glitchy, like 3D spinning illusion of the exact scene of her showing up and wiping my face in my memory. Is this your mother?
Is there any sound to the illusion?
No.
No.
It's just like a still, and maybe it's like moving. It's like a what are those called? The live photo,
God.
like a. But it looks like her, right? This is her. No.
Was it my mother? Would I
Jovian,
recognize this as my mother?
that looks a lot like your mother. A bit
Yeah,
paler.
That's
Looks
Mommy,
like she
but
hasn't been
She
sleeping
hasn't been out in the sun in a while.
Well, she says that my father stole me like your uncle was stolen. I'm really confused as to what that means.
Well, my uncle lived with us in the forest, and then he was taken by an evil entity and turned into an experiment.
So who's stealing who? DM, am I just confusing this? Do I understand who's stealing who?
I mean, it sounds like your father was in cahoots with the Shadow Weaver.
That what I would logically put together in my brain.
That's what you could.
Clarification. You said that you had everything and that you were the son of someone important. Like, clarify?
yeah, what does that mean?
Yeah, we're kind of just like flying over that part and going straight to Jovian's mother.
It's important to know that I am very different from my father. I'll start with that. I am a trust fund baby. Be that out there. Start with that.
just want to
Point
start off
two.
by saying it's very ironic that we shouldn't judge you for your father, but you judge me for my patron.
I don't worship him. I only use his weapons, and I pull out my my Stratmore Industry pistols.
Your father was a gun?
Is Stratmore the one that's used, like, creating, like, undead and stuff like that?
Yep.
They use undead technology?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm going to look at him, and then I pull out the double L's.
Wasn't I doing something against... Wait, what was it that was going on with Nephos that was in that dream?
Let's see. Oh, this would have been Harmony's.
Oh, Nephos
dream.
took over my home.
Yes. Harmony, in your dream, you saw Lazarus Strathmore raising the dead
Yep.
to fight Nephos.
Yep. That's why I pulled the double L, because as soon as I recognize Strathmore Industries, it's double L's.
I am not your enemy. Not yet.
Can we calm down?
Now
for a
it
second
explains
here?
why you don't want to take down Strathmore Industries and take down that thing. You're clearly with them.
I'm going to kill him.
Can we?
Okay,
can
so
all
we
just-
agree we should destroy the project that
But
they're working on.
Not so that he needs to fight Nephos. Somebody needs to fight Nephos, but not old Lazzy.
Okay, so
Well,
pause. Thread here. Thread. See the thread?
I
See
lower
the
the
thread?
fence.
Your father seems to have been in cahoots with the Shadow Weaver.
Listen, I mean, if anybody's going to, it would be a necromancer. Makes sense. He was doing
Oh.
experiments on things related to her.
But my mother showed up and said she was helping you.
But she also works for him.
But here's the thing.
Her.
You were never fully converted to a puppet of the Shadow Weaver. So perhaps she was doing something good?
She did save my life, but then she erased everything that I am.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, maybe that was important. Maybe that was helpful in some way.
Okay, I
well,
am still having trouble. I don't remember everything. I'm too.
can we focus on what's important here? We all have one common goal: to take down Strathmore Industries.
Yes, but I think we should try to contact the Shadow Weaver first.
You just got your memories back. You want to get them taken away just as quickly? Now they'll know that you have them back.
We have to know all sides of this court. We have to know what's actually going on here. We can't just take down an entire part of a war without knowing what's being fought, just because you like one of them. I hate my father, but I don't. We have to be careful.
I think wanting to kill your father is much more than hate.
We should find out, because if your father was working with the Shadow Weaver, clearly, if he is now working against Nephos, is he still working with the Shadow Weaver? What's the Shadow Weaver's name again?
Leonte.
Leonte.
The Weaver.
So maybe we should sort that all out before we make a plan of attack. Might be worth looking into exactly what's going on before we make some decisions here. I can consult the stars. Maybe they can give me some answers.
Oh, I have calmed down.
Do what?
I am still Vigo, and I have calmed down.
Thank you.
Great.
Granny, sorry you had to.
No. It's just been so long since I've had visitors. It's quite exciting, really. Oh, don't
You
let
revel
me
in
up.
the chaos, don't you?
Now,
Oh.
Vigo, I did
Excuse
promise
me,
she
pardon
could-
to interrupt,
Oh.
but would you like some tea? young sir.
Oh God, yes.
Oh, I could get another one for you. But
Oh, were you talking to me?
yes, the elf.
Oh, no, thank you. I don't like tea. If you have any hot cocoa.
Alas, not since the shattering, I'm afraid.
Oh,
Hot cocoa's kind of tea. It's like a bean tea.
Shattering caused a large uptake in tax on cocoa beans.
well, I'm all set, but thank you. No, Vigo, I mentioned this earlier, but you pointed a gun at me immediately. I did promise Granny she could keep the little sperm-looking thing that she took out of your head in exchange for the car.
Can I see it? So what does it look like?
So,
Well, is it?
she holds it up for you. It
Oh,
looks,
it is brown.
yeah, it looks a bit like the living tadpole that you got, but definitely not alive. More like a little microchip that would have been like implanted into your skull, or like into the back of your brain.
You can have that. Don't use it on people who don't deserve it, I suppose.
Well, we wouldn't use magic tech in the Feywild. I just like to see what it does.
That is Elon Musk.
Vigo, do you feel any different other than these new memories? Do you feel different in any way?
No, just confused. I have two people, the Vigo I have become, which I lived as longer than as I lived Maurice. And I have
Maurice?
It's my name, Maurice Strathmore.
Well, Vigo, if you need to work through these strange emotions, I just want you to know that I will always have the number for a good psychiatric help that you can call.
A number like an address?
Yes.
I'm good. I believe in homeopathic treatments of depression.
I know a ditch I can push you into.
Thank you.
I can recommend several if need be.
Oh God. Okay.
We can always make a ditch.
Thank you, Granny. So can we get that car so we can get going now, please? We do have to get to the Grand Station as quick as possible. Again, end of the world situation. Chosen ones. Underwear's personal choices, might I add.
I wouldn't say that it's the end of the world.
Yeah, you wouldn't, would you?
Very well, very well. It is getting rather late. And all this excitement has worn old Granny out. Well, very well, let's see you off then. And she picks up the fruit and starts walking down the stairs and out of the temple.
Granny, I couldn't help but notice that you are growing dragon fruits on a tree. That's quite the skill there. Even stranger that this is a desert and cacti would be appropriate.
Take a look at how dragon fruit grow.
It does grow in a cactus.
It's like a dragon fruit, but not. It's Feywild fruit.
Okay.
It's magic. Shut up.
I just wanted to just compliment
Some
your
magic.
skills at
Yeah.
agriculture.
Okay. So,
Actually, what I am gonna do is I have a cantrip that I can do.
Okay.
called Thought, Encode Thoughts. Because I can do wizard cantrips, and I pull out the memory that I just had, and give it to Jovian. If you would like to see your mother as she is now, this is it. It's like a little like glowing string that you would basically just put into your forehead.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on to it. Not gonna put it in my forehead yet.
It's there when you need it.
Thank you.
So,
All right.
oh, speaking of gifts, Nora, did the Quaddle give you a feather?
Let me look. Maybe?
Okay. Well, what she would have done is before you entered the Feywild, she would have given you a feather.
Ah, yes.
Okay, yeah, I think I did. Yeah. It'll give you advantage on wisdom checks and lets you cast Commune with Nature once a day.
Awesome. Okay.
Everyone gets gifts. So, outside, you see the same thing Jovian saw. Much less of a desert wasteland than the Eternal Valley in the prime reality. A lot shinier. And she places the dragon fruit on the ground. There are a bit of vines and stems that seem to shape into like legs. And then she waves her hands over it, and it starts to grow giant.
Can you make sure it has autopilot?
Of course. This will take you to the Grand Station. Well, there shouldn't be too many monsters on the road. Most everyone's left by now.
Did you say lobsters?
Oh,
Why has everybody
Monster.
left?
well,
Why has everybody left?
much of the magic in this place has faded since the shattering. It's been escaping to other realms. And
So where did they go to?
I do not know. And she looks at Nora. I suppose some of them found new lives as new creatures.
I imagine you're talking about me. I have one of those things in my head, and I'm afraid to have it taken out. Let's leave it at that.
Well, if you decide to remove it, I do have experience with it now.
You do. I will keep that in mind.
This fruit carriage stamps or stomps one of its vines, sort of like a horse digging in the ground. And she says, well, your carriage awaits. It's been so nice meeting you all.
Thanks, Granny. I'm sorry that I called you evil at first.
Oh, all water under the bridge. You certainly wouldn't be the first.
I cannot thank you enough. You have restored my life. Not that I'm so happy about what I have found.
Yes.
So I have a very important question. What's your real name, Vigo?
It is. You said that you didn't know that.
No, you didn't know if your name was truly
Oh.
Vigo, or which name came first. If you were Vigo and then Maurice, or Maurice then Vigo.
I think I know. Well, when I was human, I was Maurice Stratmore. But I lived as him for a quarter, as long as I have lived as Vigo.
I can see why you changed it. I like Vigo better.
Yeah. Doesn't really have the same ring. Maurice is just on the sensuous.
I don't know.
Yeah, also, it's not so fun picking on you when your name is Norris, because it's like, what am I going to do with that? Vigo, it sounds like you deserve to be picked on a lot more.
Listen, I bet when some people called you Maurice, they wolf whistled right on the spot.
Some people
That's a
used to
reference.
call you the gangster of love.
Yeah, see?
There
See?
we go.
DM
I was
got
just
it.
waiting.
He broke Josh.
Did Maurice have any skills or anything that he had before becoming Vigo that carried over, or is it just the same? Like, did he have any identifying capabilities or anything that he had that I forgot?
You
Is there
will
anything that...
uncover that as your memories return.
They are slow. Okay. Shall we get in this weird fruit?
It's our fruit car.
It is a fruit car, yes.
Ladies first, and I gesture to Vigo.
I turn into the exact image of his mother. With like the parasol and like step on.
Gets down on the ground and starts crying.
Baby
Oh.
second. And then I turn back into Alois Blackstone.
Through
He starts crying. I use prestidigitation to just keep drawing them repeatedly, but I'm doing it in like a fun, like shooting bullets at like the tears as they fall. So it's like wiped.
through my
Sorry,
tears,
that was mean, but she's not dead, so it's not really mean, is it? She's just gone.
through my tears, I look
One
at Granny and I say, "Granny, I need you to lift me into the carriage."
Oh my god. So I'm gonna hold on. I am going to use this spell I just got. What's it called? Hold on. Why can't I? Oh, Gift of Gab. I'm gonna use Gift of Gab. And make him forget that I turned into his mother.
Do I have to make a saving throw or anything? No, I just forget.
Oh,
I think so, yeah.
Okay, I stand
yeah.
up.
Basically, you just have to say something, and it replaces the last 6 seconds.
Yeah. And it says, I say, you're funny and I appreciate you.
I stand up and I'm like, why am I crying?
You are so
Why did you
overcome with
stand-
joy from me in complimenting.
Okay.
You're like, why am I crying? That's right. As I'm like doing a spin, and I do like the double guns behind.
No. Norris
Roll
is
up his
shaking his
person.
head. Friends, let's go. Let's get in the fruit.
It's just real.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm in here, so come on. Let's go.
Lift me.
I can grab him.
So I didn't realize until today when I was leveling up that part of this class gets 4 first level spell slots and 2 second.
Damn.
I didn't. I think it's like quarter level, but
Well,
probably
if
never going to
it's
use them.
too powerful, I'll just drop a rock on you.
Go ahead, try.
All right. So you all get into the fruit carriage. Oh,
Except for Harmony, who dies on the spot.
Harmony stays behind to join the coven.
I thought I would change shirt. Why did I give myself that? I never do that.
Hello.
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 Shalom.
Did everything crash for you guys too, or no?
Just you.
Weird. Okay, yeah, because mine just like completely froze and everything crashed for whatever reason.
Spooky. Fey
Well,
magic.
we're all in the car now.
You
Yes.
get in that car.
So the fruit begins walking towards the north, where in the prime reality, you know, is the direction the Grand Station is in. And if you turn back, you can see Granny waving goodbye. Though it's strange. With the lighting, her skin looks almost green. And she lets out a cackle and then fades from view as if she was never there.